Okay, so just going to look at question 2 in your assignment. So we're doing transformation geometry over the previous two weeks before midterm, and we done them all. We done our translations, axial symmetry, central symmetry, rotations. We done them all separately, but now we're going to combine everything we learned into one question, because that's the way you'd be asked it in an exam. You wouldn't just be given say to do one translation. You'd be required to do combine them all together. So we have a question here. It says the graphics show the design of a logo for a golf society. So it's like a little golf flag. Draw the given logo and then locate the points A, O, A1, A2, A3 and P as shown. So you need to find all these points before you actually start doing any part B. So yeah, so we'll just start on that first. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw this little image. And I'll try and keep it centered to the page so you can see it. So, right there. This should fit on an A4 page if you don't have A3 paper. Yeah, I'd say it should fit on an A4 page. Just be careful with how you start off and how you lay it out. So I'll do this a bit heavier just so you can see it. I think that line's fairly visible there, so. So we have this little lad here. So it's inside the circle, the little flag. So I always say, anytime you see a circle, you can't just draw it randomly, you need a center point. And that circle is on this line you've already drawn somewhere. So now you need a vertical line to find your center point and to work from. So, over a little bit, keep it to the edge of the page. Just make sure I'm still in view of camera. So I'm going to put it there. And it says that this is radius 30, this circle. So mark 30. Get your compass. So don't go too heavy with the circle just yet. So I'm just going nice and light like that. Right, so then like the kind of pole of the flag is out 10 millimeters. So measure out 10 on your center line. So I'm just using my sliding set squares because I don't have space for my T-square, just with the way the visualizer is. Straight up. Yeah, so to get this part of the flag here, where the point goes out, I'm going to measure up 15 millimeters. Up 15 like that. Bring that line out to hit the circle. Now you can kind of heavy in this shape. Heavy in that half of the circle. Right, so that's our shape that we're going to be moving around the page. So we need to find the rest of these points before we start. So we have A is going to be there, so I can label that. That's A. It tells us O is 100 millimeters away along that line. So I'm going to measure out 100 to find O. There's O there. Sorry, label that a little bit far away from it. There's O. Alright, so it says as well that point A1 is directly above O and A2 is directly below, and there's a semicircle that swings around and it brings in A3 as well. So it's radius 60 and it brings in all those points. So I'm just going to measure out 60. Get your compass. Swing that point around. So that gives you point A1, A2, and A3. So for part B it says, find the image of the given logo under the following transformations. Part 1, from point A to A1 by a translation. So remember a translation where it just moves across the page, so it just moves like that without actually changing. So we're going from A to A1 by translation. So the first thing I'm going to do is join point A to A1. Like that. Next thing I'm going to do is bring up my center point. So I find once you get the circle moved up there, it'll leave it a little bit easier to work for you before it gets too confusing. So I'll bring up my center and heavy that in a little bit just so you can see it better. Right, so I brought up my center point. Going to take distance from A to A1. Mark it off there. And what I do here is I put in a center line. So when I bring this up, yeah, it goes perfectly through that center point and A1, the same as it would down here through the center point and A. So just because I have a circle here, I'm just going to put in a center line. Like that. So I can take my radius from down here. And bring it up. Nice light circle. So it cuts through A1 there perfectly as well. So again, parallel to this line, A to A1, going to bring up this point. And I can bring up the other point and just join them, or you could just go vertical. So I can join those 2 points. And bring up where the tip of my flag is. So that's what it is there. So see, it crossed over the circle there. Also as well, just to check it, I take the distance from A to A1 and put it on the tip of the flag. It should cut through, yeah, and it cuts through exactly there where I brought the line up to meet the circle. So we can heavy in this one. Alright, so that's the translation part done there.